Hey guys, welcome back to Geeks Reborn. I'm Jonathan.
I'm Caesar.
I'm Josh.
And so, just recently, PlayStation VR has just come out.
Oh yeah.
Now, earlier in the year, we had Oculus Rift, we had the HTC Vive, and now, probably what would be the most easiest console to get, since it comes with the PS4, like it attaches, is the PSVR. And we're just going to give you our first thoughts on the actual system and the games and what might lead to it. So, just speaking for myself right off the bat, when here in Canada, the PSVR retails for $700 before tax. So we're looking at about $800.
When include tax, yeah.
Yeah. Now, that's, a bit expensive. Now, for virtual reality, you're not going to get anything cheaper. That's the only problem.
True.
But looking at the system itself, it comes with the camera and the two wands, and you get the
2 demo games.
You get the PS VR Worlds, and you get, I think, another disc with demos.
Yeah.
And then obviously the games, which actually aren't that expensive, you can pick up. And so, I was thinking about some of the games that came out for it, and the first one being the most notable, which is Batman Arkham VR.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Saw some gameplay on that. It looks pretty good.
Yeah,
From what I've seen, it looks more like you're playing Batman, but more like Batman's supposed to be played. More of a detective Batman.
Right.
Because Batman's known to be more of a detective than
Yeah.
just a crime fighter, right?
Right.
That's what he's known for. And that's what you kind of feel you get with the VR, that I've noticed, from what I've seen so far.
You are Batman.
Yeah.
So you're actually behind his cowl, and like you were talking about him being a detective, it opens up with him at a crime scene, and he's trying to figure out, what happened, trying to dissect it. And so that's what's pretty cool about the whole PlayStation VR is that you're in this whole new world. You're not even, part of your own world anymore. You're in the PlayStation world. You're there. And
like with any VR system, what you want to do is lose yourself in the game.
Yeah.
You want to be immersed into it. And from what I've seen so far, it does seem as if people are giving it good reviews, even though it's not even like it's on the PS4, not the PS4 Pro, which is supposed to be even a stronger system.
But it's on both. You can use the VR on the PS4 and on the PS4.
Well, yeah, but obviously the Pro is going to be
It'll run better on the PS4.
And then looking at some of the other games that came with it, I know there was Drive Club VR, Valkyrie, which is on which I believe is on Oculus Rift as well. That's one of the more games that when you think of VR, it's Valkyrie, and that's more of a shooter into the space.
Okay.
And then there's Until Dawn Rush of Blood that also came out, and I did purposely go and see the gameplay for that. And it's, it really has an interesting atmosphere where you're going into this kind of a circus type tent into a ride, and it's practically a shooter. Like you use the wand, you can use I think the joysticks, but it seems like the wand's more immersive. And they have different different targets to hit.
Killer clowns?
They do have killer clowns, Josh.
Just like in real life, Batman killing kilograms.
Exactly.
And then I know in the VR worlds they have a few different games to play, including the London Heist, which does seem pretty fun. I think that was the one I was getting the most.
Well, London Heist was also on PS4 just to play the game, so I want to see all the VR.
For sure.
Taking on it.
And then there was also one where I can't remember the name, but you're going underwater with sharks.
Mm-hmm.
So
I think that was part of just a full.
It was the demo. That was part of it with the
Yeah.
London Heist, because the London Heist was in its own.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was also a game that was about luge. You're luging down the streets, which looked really cool. That was
pretty good at. I can see that
right at you.
Yeah, that was really you're really feeling it. That motion.
Yeah, that's when you're getting more of the actual experience of what VR could possibly do.
Yeah, exactly. And so with those games, there are also others coming out, including the Star Wars. There's There's also Star Trek.
Oh, nice.
And amongst others that are coming. So from what
Resident Evil, no?
Resident Evil 7. Right now, you can play the demo, if I'm not mistaken. Biohazard.
Mhm.
So that's a good point, Cece. And I know just playing it from the PS4, it was really like I liked the game. I thought it was decent, especially when you go near the end and the father comes out. I don't know if you've played it yet.
I haven't
Cece.
played it yet. No.
No, it's really good.
Yeah.
It's really it gives you that kind of a cringe feeling,
Mhm.
and so I could just imagine when you're
Oh,
in
when you're actually
that
in VR?
setting.
Well,
Mhm.
just remember that they were doing when they were showing the stuff. I believe it was E3. They were showing people were playing this game called The Kitchen,
Right.
right? And you're holding the controller. You have the VR, and you're tied up. You show up. You're in this. You're tied up in a chair, and your hands are tied up, and you feel like you're actually tied up because you're holding the controller. And then you have this monster, this creature coming around. You can hear something following you. You're looking all over the place, right? And you can see that you built up the tension. I'm like, that's the kind of games that VR is going to make popular.
Yeah,
That's
the
what they
horror.
The horror genre is going to blow up in the VR.
Sure. We've been waiting for this ever since The Lawnmower Man. I don't know if you guys remember that movie.
I
Yeah.
remember bits of it, yeah.
Yeah, so like, we've been that movie was a whole virtual reality. I remember going to there was the Sega Palladium. You go there, they had this huge machine for virtual reality. Wasn't the greatest virtual reality, but ever since we were kids, we were always, waiting for this. Nintendo had a virtual red reality
No,
laser,
No.
which made everyone sick. People were seizures, vomiting, headaches, right? So, hopefully, from what we've heard, everything's great with this. It isn't causing problems. We didn't have any problems when we played it.
Well, let me ask you this. So,
Yeah.
looking at gaming today and where it is right now, do you guys think virtual reality is here to stay?
Yeah.
It's going to take time. It's not going to happen overnight. A lot of people don't have the money
Right.
because even as you can think, okay, it's $699 here in Canada plus tax, right?
800.
So okay, it's $800. Plus you still have to add another PlayStation 4 on top of that. That's another what, $200,
If you get the 4, yeah.
right? So you have to add another $300. So you're looking over $1,000 you have to spend,
Yeah.
not just to be able to play the VR.
Now,
Right.
it would seem to me that
Is it cheaper than the other? Yes, it is cheaper than the other ones.
if you're a big gamer, you're gonna play it. You're gonna enjoy it. That's not an issue. That I don't think is an issue. But I also don't think virtual reality is one of these systems that you're gonna be playing every day. It's gonna take you away from playing regular games. I think this is one of those systems where, because it's in its infancy still, I think we're gonna be able to. I think people can enjoy it for what it is. If you have the disposable income,
Mm-hmm.
you can enjoy it. You can play it once a week, twice a week, or
But you gotta
however long.
remember also, right? Is the VR is not going to be just used just for VR. If you pop in a game on your PlayStation, a regular game, you're going to put on the headset and you're going to see like the TV's close up to you. It's going to be used like a regular TV as well.
Yeah,
If
I
you-
see
So
a
it's
lot
going
of
to be closer. You're going to be more into yourself. You're going to be more involved into the game, even though you're not moving around. You're still be more involved because it's closer to your face.
Right. I still think that VR right now, because it's still in its early stages, it's mainly like just as for effect. It's almost like used just to play once in a while for fun. Like it's not gonna take over playing
I
your
actually have to
system.
I've actually think that it's been in its infancy for the past 20 years. And I think finally I've noticed that
A bigger
trend.
push.
Yeah,
A
I
better
think this
place
is
for
it. This is going to be it. From here on, I think the computers, everyone's going to have one for their computer. And I think people are actually going to be building worlds and planets, places that they want to escape to. And they're going to be able to build it, create it, have it created for them, customized, and they're going to be able to get into that world. You want to go to sleep? Let's go to La La Land and put that VR
You're
on
going
you.
too extreme. I don't think it's going to go to that extreme.
That's where it's going.
It's not going to go to that extreme.
Listen, even with the systems like Oculus, which is stronger than the PlayStation because it's on a
You
computer.
got to spend a heck of a lot more money.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying that. I'm not even talking about the money involved in it. I'm just saying with what it can do with respect to the optics involved. There's more. You can do more, I believe, with respect to the graphics on your computer. Obviously, we're not debating that.
Yeah.
But even then, I don't think it's like, yeah, it can put you in a world of wonder. But even when you're playing, like, say you're climbing a mountain, and I know there's there's like a mountain climbing game with respect to the Oculus and HTC. You're still like, you still know what you're doing. Like,
Yeah.
it's not gonna take you
No,
away that much.
what you're referring to, Josh, I think you're referring more to, like, I don't know if you read Ready Player One, because they will focus into a virtual reality kind of world where everybody's locked into this virtual reality. They go to school in virtual reality. They do jobs in virtual reality.
Yeah,
they do everything in virtual reality.
I'm not going that far.
That lifestyle is not going to happen anytime soon, I think.
I'm saying just for fun, you'll be able to have that at your desk at home, and you'll be able to tap into that. I would say probably in the next 10 years.
In my opinion, if you have the money, if it's not going to hurt your either your bank, buy it because you're going to have fun with it. You might not be playing every day, but you're going to have fun for what it is. Now that would be my opinion. If it's one of those things where you have, I don't know, if you have a certain amount of money that you put away just for games, and this would just pretty much cut into it, then maybe you don't want to do it. That would be my opinion. Because if you're a gamer, but obviously you're not just a rich guy, maybe VR is not ready
For you yet.
Yeah. What do you guys think?
I personally, do I want to get one? Yes.
Sure.
Can I wait for getting one? No, I want to try it. Of course, the one big issue I'm gonna try to see how it feels with my glasses on.
From what I've seen, it doesn't seem to be an issue with people. Because I've seen people try it with their glasses on, and it doesn't seem to be an issue.
Everyone's a little different, though.
Absolutely.
Everyone's a little different. So, just a different little pressure here or there can make your glasses uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the one thing I just want to put it on, have it on for a while, see how it feels. Feels comfortable, then I'm good.
When I tried it at Comic-Con, I had it with my glasses, and it was pretty... I had no problems with it. It was pretty good.
Yeah, well, how long were you having it for?
Yeah, it was only about like 5-10 minutes.
Now try to have it for an hour or 2 hours of gameplay. When you're in a big battle, fighting with the people, 2 hours, how comfortable will you be there after that, right?
Yeah, well...
So
there's a possibility you might heat up, and obviously there might be some other
No, I
issues.
think it's supposed to be pretty good, not an overheating issue.
Not with you, with you, because you're going to be active and you're going to be immersed into the game. So it might have an issue on just,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's all I'm saying. So, okay, so right now, I think we all give it a thumbs up.
Yeah,
for what they're trying, and hopefully
it's a big risk, and I'm glad they're taking it on.
Yeah. Well, because they have to find a way to evolve the gaming industry. Yeah. It's been the same for so many years. They're trying to find new ways. That's why we have all these different
mobile.
They have the different mobile games. Yeah. You have the different tiers now of consoles. They're trying to change it up. They're trying to see what sticks.
No,
and I don't blame them. I say go for it. Let's try it. It's time for change. Technology changes so often. Why can't console?
Absolutely.
So
it's time.
People might think it's just another accessory. You get along with it. Yeah, it's another accessory. If you enjoy it, buy it. That's it.
All right, guys. So that was our 2 cents on PlayStation VR. If you guys like, comment, or subscribe, we'd really appreciate it, and hope to see you next time.
See you guys.
See ya.